Hey YouTube, just thought I would show you the steps here getting ready to cook a couple of big old turkeys for Thanksgiving. Let me show you my charbroil, the Big Easy. Now I don't have the insides out, I'll show you that in a minute, but this is basically what it is. If you can notice down here at the bottom, this little ring here, it's got holes all around it. That's where the gas comes out. And it kind of turns this thing into like a rotisserie, you know, that doesn't move, but the fire goes all the way around, heats up this whole thing, and you can you know, deep fry a turkey without any grease. Oh, I love this thing. So tired of buying a crap load of grease and letting most of it go to waste, and it splatters and gets everywhere and whole 9 yards. So, but I used this last year, and I tell you what, them birds come out looking like they do in a magazine. Because you can put a rub on them, you can inject them, you can do all kinds of things with it. So right now I'm trying to get everything cleaned up and ready to go for next week, because I'm not really the best at cleaning up stuff when I get done. So I usually have to come in before I do stuff and make sure everything's sanitized and good and clean. So anyway, this is going to be step one here of getting everything organized and clean here. I'll take you over here and show you my little process. It's also good to check all this stuff out before you get ready to use it, especially if you're taking everything to somebody else's house. Because my first little cylinder of gas over here ran out. What I'm doing, I've got my old turkey fryer here, and I've got some water in there trying to boil. And this little cage in there, I got it turned upside down, but that's what you set your turkey in the Big Easy. And right now I'm letting it boil off all the old little scraps of crap left off on it that I didn't get totally wiped down and good before we left last time. Underneath the thing, it's got a little drip tray, you know, to catch your dripping so it doesn't go everywhere. And I'm gonna put some of that good boiling water in there and get that grease cleaned out real good. And this is the inner chamber that fits inside that other thing. And see, it's got a hole in the bottom for the grease to drip out, their drippings into the other little thing there. I'm gonna pour a bunch of that in here too. And I don't have to worry about all this on the side here, because this is like you do with a cast iron skillet. It just oh, what's the word, when you get the skillet all ready to go and prepared, it seasons it. That's it. This is what they said to do when I first got it. Was you just, you know, turn it on and get it all heat up and let all this, you know, do this kind of deal, and that seasons it and helps protect the inside. But I do have some, you know, drippings and stuff down here in the bottom that I want to get all cleaned out and everything and ready to go. And of course, a watched pot never boils. So I'll probably be here for a while waiting on this, especially since the first tank went out and I didn't notice it. But it's getting there, getting good and hot. And I can already see where it's eating stuff off of the, you know, the little thing there. Anyway, that's my first step to cooking every year. I want to make sure everything's good and clean before I get back with it. Well, I finally got it to come to a boil here. I've already pulled it out once and scraped all of last year's turkeys off of it, and putting it back in for another bath to break up what I couldn't get off the first time. I've got my little grease trap here just about clean. What I'm doing is taking a little pan here and dipping it into the boiling water and putting a little bit in the grease thing and letting that clean a little bit, and then I'm pouring some of it into here. That's the next thing, is to start wiping this down in a minute. I'm gonna let this boil for a few more minutes before I take it out and try it again. And I'll show y'all the end results when I get done here. Okay, backyard cleaning is done. I got that about as good as I'm gonna get it. Hey, it was as dark as the inside of this when I started. Got the bottom part nice and cleaned out. Like I said, they said to leave this on here, so you know, I left all it on the sides, try to get all the bottom out, you know, just so the grease would flow better. And my little drip pan's nice and clean. And so I've about done all the damage I can do outside now. For the final steps, and just to make sure, I think I'll put this and this and this in the dishwasher. Let it run through a cycle in there, and then I ought to be good and prepped and ready to go for the turkeys. May even try a couple of chickens in here this year. I don't know, but I will definitely take the camera and I will show y'all how it all turns out, because this is just fantastic. I just love this thing. All right, the old 300 prepper. Thanks for watching.